that a fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on and Keisha. We was on roll like tires. Where we gon' that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, Flow Joe, kill mo.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their performance.
And Freeman lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week, 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Bortles now on 1st down. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Lucy. Hey, spread left. Spread left.
Shotgun now for Bortles. His throw incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal.
Omaha. Okay. Straight right, 72. Move. Lucy. 11.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Now Bortles got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills?
Oh,
pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Gun. 11.
Back to the air. Ryan after the pick six. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On third down, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Lucy.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Gun! 11.
On third down, Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he's got this down to the 35. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now Ryan, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Hey, Tuesday. 11.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Ryan now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Right. Right. Gun.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Let's go.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Gun.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete as well. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
20.
He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tackles.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy, hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Gun.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Hey, let's go. 21. Check 26. Hey, white. Ready, sit up.
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
21. Gun, gun. 20.
Now it's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Open man right side is Shark. And he's got this down to the 35. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Bortles now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now Bortles. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And that'll set him back 5. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here we go. Spread left, spread left, spread left.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lambo on for the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Sunday. Hey, let's go. Trips left. Hey, spread left.
A final shot before half for Bortles. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Point after by Lambo, up and good. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Let's go, let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Omaha. Green 80. Green 80.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because I nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Green 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Green 80.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
11B.
On first down, Bortles. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook. 47 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Bunch right.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars continue to roll.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will swell by 1 more. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On first down, Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Hey, let's go.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he works free. Mohamed Sanu with nobody ahead of him. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Bortles. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Spread right, 72. Lucy.
Bortles now on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go on 4th down with Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Green 80.
From the gun, it's Bortles. That one complete. He finds Shark. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
39, Lucy. Set. Green 80.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Spread right, 72.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it. And
that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jaguars are pouring it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. Gun, gun. 3 down. Gun. Ready to go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
I got you, punk. Gun. My 52. Gun. Check. Hey, South. No, check that. What, Mike 52?
From the gun, it's Ryan. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Gun.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Back now in Atlanta. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's go. Bunch right. Set. Green 80. 11B. Hey, 54, Ricky.
Bortles now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Jaguars. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. Elsewhere, 2nd half action at Heinz Field. And it's a big-time advantage for the Browns. They just scored again, pouring it on. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. To throw is Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Bortles. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Lucy. Green in.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 39 that time.
11B. Hey, spread left. Spread left. Spread left. Lucy.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
He'll get a couple yards on that one. Here's Ryan. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's it, baby. 52, right. Bring it. Hey, express.
Now Ryan down around the goal line. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now Ryan on 2nd down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Here's Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 20.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Lucy.
Bortles going to throw here. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Shotgun now for Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Complete to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now Ryan on 1st down. This is caught, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. They come up in an offset eye. Ryan will throw again. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Bryant's extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.